Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Psycho Gold, this is Psycho Gold Videos. Now, if you've seen the title of this video, I haven't decided quite what I'm gonna call it yet. But, my last episode of My Hero Academia has been blocked. And it's the start of Season 2. Thankfully, it's just a recap episode, so I'm not that fussed. Now, here's the thing. Many of you will probably say I could dispute it, and I could, but for those of you who haven't looked back at my Season 1 playlist, there's actually a video that's missing, and I think it's episode 4? Might be episode 6, it's one of them. And I got it back for a while, because I disputed it, and I didn't win, so the video's gone. Now, I know that My Hero Academia has been a bit of a problem for several channels recently, and I was kind of happy/lucky that I wasn't one of them. Thing is, I'm trying to queue up some videos in advance because I'm going away for a few days back to where I come from, is probably the wrong phrase or term, but yeah, I'm going back to stay with my family for a bit and just see everyone because it's been quite a while since I've gone back. So my goal today was to queue up some videos so that overall the schedule won't be too affected. I'll queue up 2 My Hero Academias and try and do a Mob Psycho 100 as well. Overlord tomorrow probably will be late in the day for my time zone, but you know, it shouldn't be a problem as I leave on Wednesday morning. Now, this is time consuming, man. Like, this is why sometimes my videos get delayed, because of the amount of time I have to spend either re-editing a video that YouTube didn't flag, because this is the thing, these are manually triggered by Toho, or I have to spend the time writing the emails, disputing, only to inevitably lose anyway. And the thing that really annoys me is the bit that they've got an issue with is the ending. Like, the rest of the video that I've cut up, they don't have a problem with. It's that barely minute-long segment at the end, which includes the end credits. And I'm like, really? You've included a section of the video that isn't even really part of my video because it's part of the fading out. If you took that segment off, it's not even a minute long. And yeah, I knew when I left that minute-long bit in, I was taking a little bit of a risk because I thought YouTube might pick it up, but YouTube didn't. The algorithm left it alone, so I thought, great. Because previously, I was always advised by some of the bigger anime channels that a minute and a half is like, that's your limit. Like, you go anywhere near that number, and you're definitely looking at stuff getting flagged. But it seems that in the changes that YouTube have done, that basically if you go to 60 seconds, then someone is going to have a problem, because the same thing happened with Mob Psycho 100 Episode 2. Warner Brothers Japan actually blocked that from going live, but thankfully, I had actually managed to upload that one well in advance, so I was able to delete it, cut out, well, not cut out, but cut down the segment which they didn't like, which was the segment where Mob fights the spirit in the gym. I tried to leave it alone in about a 50-second moment, but because the scenes around it look pretty similar, even though I'd cut like 10 seconds out at the end and gone to the next scene, they were still counting it as part of the same segment, so I had to make more cuts. And My Hero Academia is exactly the same. It seems to be, even if you do have cuts in it, if they're anywhere near the scene that you were just at, they still count it, even though there's cuts, which by definition makes it transformative. Now, I don't want this video to turn in a rant. I just want you guys to know why you can't view the video anymore. I'm going to put this video in the playlist of My Hero Academia Season 2, because in the description of this YouTube video, you will find a link to BitChute, and you will find the same damn episode. And I'm not even going to waste my time disputing it with YouTube. I'm not going to try and re-edit it because I don't actually think that it needs re-editing. I genuinely believe that this video falls under fair use. Now, whether or not it goes against YouTube's terms is a completely different argument, but fair use, this video is. So I'm going to upload it to BitChute. It's uploading right now as I film this video. And I would love to do the same thing for some of the other videos that we've lost recently, but unfortunately I can't because I don't have copies of them. They're too old. But I will be keeping videos for a lot longer than I have been previously. I might even get my hands on one of my old hard drives to put them on for this exact reason, so that any that we have any issues with, I'm just going to put on BitChute and I'm going to do a redirect video right afterwards, because arguing with YouTube is like arguing with a brick wall, as many big channels have discovered quite recently. If you reach out to YouTube, at best you'll get a bot that tells you what you already know, and they are literally seems to not be interested in helping, which I know isn't going to shock anyone, but the main point of this video is to tell you guys that there is a BitChute redirect link in the description. If you guys want to watch the episode, feel free to go and check it out over there. A lot of content creators seem to be putting stuff on BitChute at the moment, and I don't know how long BitChute will be a safe haven, but they seem to be very much in favor of their creators, and even though they do have the same copyright systems as YouTube, which is something that not a lot of people seem to know, like if you read the terms of service, they do actually have an email address where people can email them to say that their videos, like a creator's videos, are infringing copyright. But unlike YouTube, people actually have to manually do that. So, for example, there's an email address that Toho or Sony would have to email and say, this video is infringing on our copyright status because of X reason, we would like it taken down. And then BitChute have to review that email, see whether or not they've actually given a reason other than, you know, we want it taken down because we're the big bad company and we don't like it when people watch anime. And if they don't agree with it, they won't take it down. And they've actually got, right underneath the email address, they've got a line that says, just having pieces of copyrighted content does not equal a breach of copyright, as if the work is transformative in nature, that is acceptable. And that is the single biggest difference between the copyright system that I've read in the terms of service on BitChute and the terms of service on YouTube, is they might not be able to keep that stance forever, I don't know, but their whole platform is very much in favor of the creator right now. However, the one thing I would say is to all the people who've jumped ship and are only posting on BitChute, because there are a few, lots of people did the same thing with another platform called VidMe, and VidMe is gone. And it's not gone because of YouTube, it's gone because they didn't quite grasp how much money running a video hosting site costs in the long term. And that's my only real concern with BitChute. Like, they seem to know what they're doing, they seem to have a very big grasp on what they want. But I'm very curious to see where the platform will be in a few years' time, if it's still there. I think it will be, reading over their terms of service, reading over their statement, and the fact that they have the ability for people to help fund the site themselves and they get cool rewards for it. Maybe it'll be something I even look into in the future, I don't know. But that's where I'm going to put the episode that's been blocked. Now, in the future, there are certain anime that I know for a fact there is zero point in even having on YouTube. The two that immediately spring to mind are Seven Deadly Sins, and even though everybody else has done it, I obviously couldn't react to Full Metal Alchemist. And I also know that Hunter x Hunter isn't particularly friendly with some creators. I know that my friend DeeBeeGeek struggled to get through and in the end just gave up because they were just becoming unreasonable. Which is obviously very similar to what I'm talking about, where as obviously he's going through, the laws of what you can and can't do keep changing and you have to use less and less footage, but your old videos then get judged on the new platform, which I don't think is right. That's why a lot of big creators, not just anime and manga, have been hit. It's people like Maximilian Dude, Emperor Big D, Lost Pause. There's so many big channels that are struggling with their old content that was completely fine when they made it, and I think it's really wrong to retroactively enforce your new rules on stuff that's been on the platform, in some cases for years, and that really annoys me. But it's also really scary to think that all the stuff that's up now is fine, but this time next year they could bring out a new rule and just get rid of it all, like Thanos. But anyway, if I was to try and do those anime, I would have to come up with a format that I was happy with, where I could post the reaction on BitChute and maybe post reviews on YouTube with the links in the description. Because I wouldn't necessarily want to send all the views over to BitChute, because I don't think BitChute is quite there yet in terms of user friendliness. It's very bare bones, but you don't know where the platform's going to be in 6 months. It might change drastically. But anyway, guys, I don't want to spend forever talking about YouTube and BitChute. The point of this video is to let you guys know that there's a link in the description where you can watch the reaction. Episode 2 will be out, well, I say episode 2. Episode 15, Season 2, Episode 2 will be out on Thursday, as it normally would be. And then Episode 3 will be out on Sunday. Mob Psycho 100 possibly will come to you on Wednesday. I would say it would have come today, but there just ain't enough time for me to do all this editing before I go. And tomorrow is a horrible day for me. Not only is it the day of Overlord, but tomorrow is pretty much wiped out for me in terms of the afternoon. Might be able to get some editing done in the morning, I'll have to see, but yeah. That's going to be it for me for today, guys. Thank you for sticking with me through this rant. I am rather annoyed, but I'm not giving up either, so if you guys want to stick with me through this journey, I'll stick with you, and I really hope that one day we can get to a point where everybody knows what can and can't be done on YouTube, and it's just the same for everyone, because it just really ticks me off that one creator can do something and another creator can't. Something either is or isn't against the terms, the rules, the law, whatever they want to use to justify it at that particular time. It's something either is or it isn't. It's like computers, man. It's either a 1 or a 0. It's not a 1 if you're this guy and a 0 if you're that guy. And that's the bit that annoys me more than anything else, but yeah. As always, just as a little reminder, and I'm sure it will annoy some people, but maybe I shouldn't say that. If you want to just watch them uncut without any of the hassle, go join me over on Patreon. We're having a lot of fun over there. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Fingers crossed we won't get any issues with any of them that I schedule. One thing I will say is if we do have any issues, I won't be able to sort it until I come back, because I won't have my computer. I'm not taking my laptop with me either. I'll have my tablet, but I won't have access to my library of footage and videos, so nothing I'll be able to do about it. But I'll fix it when I come back the following week. So, as always, guys, I am Psycho Gold. Thank you for sticking with me, my dudes, and I will see you in my next video. Psycho Gold out.